I welcome you all to Eschatology Class 104. And today we want to start a series on believers' persecution. So this is part 1 of that series on believers' persecution. And our emphasis this morning for today is a very important question that is going around on the social media. Is there Christian genocide in Nigeria? We want to look and answer that question this morning. Our text is from Mark chapter 10 and the 30th verse. But he shall receive 100-fold now in this time, houses and brethren and sisters and mothers and children and lands, with persecutions, and in the world to come eternal life. Jesus was speaking here to his followers. And from the above scriptures, you will see the Lord saying the things that true believers must expect. Those who are serving the Lord, especially the end time. He told them he's going to give them a lot of things, and yet he mentioned persecution will be part of it. So persecution of believers is a major thing that every child of God needs to understand. We're at a time of the faith when people just want the sweetness. In fact, they don't want to hear anything that looks bad. But the truth of the matter is you need to have a clear understanding of the prophecies of God, the prophecies of the scriptures about us. We want to ask a question today, and I want us to look at it from a sincere eye. And the question is there genocide of Christians in Nigeria? Now, even if you are not a Nigerian and you are listening to me or watching this later on social media, I want you to critically look into the Nigerian situation as an example of what can happen to any nation. We need to learn from all the nations of the world. One of the nations that the church have refused to learn from is Turkey. Turkey was once a very heavily Christianized nation, but today the story has changed completely. What is genocide? Genocide is a deliberate and systematic destruction, either in part or in whole, of a particular group of people, whether by religion or tribe or custom or race. When there's an attempt and you are facing a particular group of people, whether a small part of them or the whole part of them, because of their religion, because of their race, because of their tribe, whatever reason, and you are systematically, stylishly killing them, that is genocide. Now, it is not only killing. The first definition of genocide is when you kill those people. Now, most of the time, killing is very conspicuous. So sometimes genocide will take place and it will not be serious killing, so to say. Apart from killing, genocide also is when any group of people is being caused serious bodily or mental harm. It is also genocide. Genocide also means when a group of people are being deliberately inflicted with conditions that make it difficult for them to stay in their village, difficult for them to stay in their environment, difficult for them to stay in their natural habitat they have been staying for years. Whatever condition that makes it impossible or fearful or scary for them to remain there the way they have been doing before, it is genocide. Genocide is when there are measures being imposed intended to prevent a group of people multiplying, either by war or by fear or by medical reasons. You are reducing their number intentionally. You prevent them having children, or the ones that they have are being slaughtered. It is genocide. Genocide is when children are being forcibly moved from one place to the other. When people are being dislocated and displaced from one place to the other. It is genocide. Over the years in Nigeria, especially since the emergence of the Boko Haram sect in 2009, there have been widespread, often very brutal and violent incidences affecting many communities in Nigeria. Christian community, Muslim communities all over this nation, with emphasis on northern part of Nigeria, northeast specifically, then the middle belt of Nigeria, with pockets of such an attack in the east and the west. This is the reality on the ground. In Nigeria presently we have armed groups, the Boko Harams and the ISWAP, which started as local groups. They have now become international groups sponsored by international money bags. We have in Nigeria suspected Fulani headsmen, militants. We have Fulani headers. We have local bandits, and we have opportunist criminals who capitalize on when anything is happening to do their own thing they want to do. Some of them will hide under religion, hide under any kind of thing, including political motives to cause harm on the people. There are many kidnappings taking place in Nigeria presently. Villages are being burned over the years from 2009. As I said, emphasis on the north and the middle belt. Now, the reason why many of us in the south we argue this is because it has not happened to you. A lot of people in the south don't know what is happening, and because you don't listen to news. And for your information, the mainstream news will never carry it. They won't carry it. No government will expose himself. So you find a lot of people in the southwest arguing it if there's genocide or no genocide. Go and ask an average middle belt or northerner, they will not argue it. Those who are involved, those who see it, those who are feeling the pain, they will not mince word to say there's genocide. Why it is very true that many people have been killed over the years, as I said, many people have been affected. All kinds of people. A lot of Muslims have been killed. A lot of Muslims have been slaughtered. But the fact remains that the largest number affected are Christians. Majority of the victims are Christians. Many human rights and Christian welfare organizations from 2009 have documented thousands of deaths and kidnapping in recent years. Now, this is a fact no government can deny. The government will want to deny it, but it is the truth. The life of every Nigerian matters. In fact, even if you are not a citizen, you reside here, the government has a responsibility to protect all of us. No matter our tribe, no matter our tongue, no matter where we stay, and no matter our religion. Every Nigerian life matters. I stand here, Maranatha, this morning to tell you that as Christians, we must be concerned about every life. It's not about Christians, it's not about believers. Because don't deceive yourself. Many people who are killed, not Christians, are not even born again. Lives of everybody. Some people are being killed, they are still going to hellfire. I'm not judging. So a Christian must be concerned, and some Muslims have been killed who are meant to be apostles and prophets and teachers in the next 5 years. No reasonable government should allow people to be killed and nothing serious is being done. It doesn't matter their religion, it doesn't matter their tribe, it doesn't matter their tongue, it doesn't matter where they live. The government has the responsibility to protect lives and properties. Terrorism of any form should not be allowed. Banditry of any form should not be allowed. No government must give room for disorganization of the society. All lives are equal. The rich man's life is not superior to the poor man's life. The life of the educated is not superior to the life of the illiterate. There's a question on international lips in the past few days, which we need to ask sincerely and find out the truth about it. The question once again is, are Christians being killed and attacked with Nigeria? And the answer is yes. Capital yes. No one can deny this truth. The blood of thousands of Christians have been shed in this land over the years. Those affected most are the minority Christian tribes. Ask the people from the Middle Belt. We have them in church. They will tell you what is happening. Ask the people from northern Nigeria. We have them in church. They will tell you what is happening. Blood has been shed on this country since 2009. And my pain is up till now, no one has been arrested. No serious prosecution. 2009 evil until now. There is no celebrated case of so people have been gathered, they have been taken to court, they have been found guilty, and this is the judgment from 2009. And this bastardly act, this demonic act has continued. Now, if this is not genocide, then what is it? It's sad. Very sad. There's surely a political undertone to these matters. No doubt about it. Politicians will be very terrible. Politicians can play with people's life because of 200 votes. There's a political undertone since 2009. Politicians have used it as a weapon. The same people in government have fought others who are in government because of this matter. Everybody will use the opportunity to fight the other person, and the other person will use it to fight the other person, and yet no government have taken a deliberate action to stop it. Lives of people are being played with. The Nigerian government, for example, does not have an official data of these attacks since 2009 that they made public. Maybe they have, but we don't have it. I took my time to search if the government have said anything clearly with data. None. What is the government hiding? No doubt about it. Government is playing politics with the lives of the innocent. Please note, I'm not talking about this present administration. I'm talking of all administrations from 2009 to today. It's just that the menace is getting stronger. You know, when something is happening and nothing is being done, what will happen? It continues. Until one man will stand up and one government will stand up and put an end to this madness. Many organizations, howbeit foreign organizations, have brought a lot of data concerning these incidents. Amnesty International, ACLED, Human Rights Watch, Open Doors International, the New York Post, Catholic News Agency, Wikipedia, ResearchGate, International Society for Civil Liberties and Rule of Law. And this is the report they have brought out. Between the year 2009 and 2011, when the insurgency begins, the fatality was not very high, but it was still in dozens of hundreds. And it looks like play there. But because nothing definite and concrete was done, it went further. Between the years 2012 and 2013, that was the beginning of large-scale fatalities increased into hundreds and thousands. That was when Nigeria started to hear about suicide bombs and massacres. It was one of the bloodiest years in Nigerian history. And you know what? Our politicians use it as politics. Politics to leave somebody and chase him out. Telling us they will solve the problem, but they did not solve it. They did not solve it. 2014 to 2016 was the peak period of this dastardly act, when the Chibok girls were kidnapped in 2014. Many of you remember when our then First Lady was crying. We make jest of it. She said, this blood you are sharing, there is God, oh. And we make fun of it. May we look back at that video today and see a crying heart of a mother. Mass attacks of multiple sources started happening. Many things took place at that period. Some recorded, some not recorded. Thousands of terrorism took place and death in the period of these years. Even till now, there is no official record, and that is why I'm still arguing and wondering what government is doing. Till now, you cannot find official record of the people that died during those periods. Doesn't mean life doesn't matter. If one person is killed in America, America gather the whole of the army to go and take care of revenge of one person. One person. One person, America will not allow it. And thousands and thousands and thousands have died and they keep dying. And governments are doing nothing. And they just want us to keep voting. And I'm sure you will vote again. 2017 to 2020, military pressure was put on them. Yes, the U.S.A splitted and they changed their tactics. I don't have time to tell you what happened at that time when the pressure came on them. It was also politics. And tactics changed. It was during this period the whole thing declined. Large-scale attack subsided. But the thing came up again. Who is behind this issue? I mean, I say this to you. No government is ignorant of what is happening. It was in this nation a serving chief minister of justice. What was Chibolage's office? Federal Minister of Justice was killed. Until tomorrow, we don't know who killed him. Who does that? A minister of justice killed. No, the president there knows about it. There's nothing that happened that the president does not know. Let's tell ourselves the truth. It now depends whether he has a conscience enough to do something right or leave it. Nothing happened without the president of a nation knowing about it. Nothing. And nothing happened in the state that you tell me the governor does not know. He knows. He can take step or decide to remove his eyes because of personal ambition. He can take step or decide to hide for whatever reasons. 2021 to 2022, the violence rose again. And the big years came in 2022. Reports of thousands of terrorism deaths were recorded during this period. 4,998 people were killed across many Christian communities. Now, I keep saying it, even Muslims are killed. Many Muslims have suffered, but the church, the Christians have suffered more. 2024, over 3,100 lives were lost. From January this year, 2025, to the 10th of August this year, 2025, about 7,007 Christians have been killed, and 7,800 more were adopted. I'm sure you have heard about the U.S. president saying Nigeria must do something or else they will take a military action. I'll tell you the reasons why Nigeria must not allow U.S. to intervene with military force. Now, I know many of you have been going on social media. Some people have been saying, yes, let them come. Let U.S. come, own them. When you are ignorant of deep issues and you are not knowledgeable about international affairs, I want to beg you, keep short. The social media have made them to just open their mouth and talk what they don't know. Anybody can pick his phone and type. And the funny thing, what he type may now become viral. And you type it without sense. You type it without thinking. You type it without the Holy Spirit leading you. As Christians, we don't react anyhow. We seek God's face. We must also be knowledgeable. We must have a full understanding so that we can pray properly. Permit me this morning, therefore, to tell you, it is dangerous for Nigeria government to allow U.S.A. to come in. Very dangerous. Number one, if we allow U.S. to come in, it shows that our government is not capable. Listen, it means our military is not capable. Why do we vote for them? Let's hold our government accountable. Why are we spending billions on military budget every year? Do you know that the only budget the Senate does not query most of the time, except because of what is happening? Normally, no Senate of the nation query defense budget. If they say they need $1 billion, they give them. That's why you see a lot of retired military officers doing great things with billions of naira. Where is all the money going? Are you telling me with all our money, one silly group of people inside one forest are bigger, stronger, more equipped than the Nigerian army? What is our elect officers doing? We must hold them accountable. How can we rely on a foreign president we not vote for and our own we voted for cannot do anything? What is the essence of politics? What is the essence of voting? What is the essence of picking leaders? Why you have to depend on another leader to come and help us? Will he help us every day? Number two, it will show the Christian community. It will show the Christian community, and it will imply that we must not be loyal to Nigeria. If Nigeria cannot defend its people, and especially those communities that are affected, you may not know that okay, it's not there. You are not seeing. You go to your house to sleep well. Some people can't sleep again. They have left their villages, left their town. They run away. But it doesn't concern you now. You don't know. How can you convince those people to be loyal to Nigeria? And we're talking about one Nigeria. The government must take charge. If you allow that, their loyalty will be to America. Their loyalty will be anybody's loyalty will be the nation that help them now. If my own people cannot help me, outside I came to help me. I don't care about my people. And we are dividing the nation and breaking it down internally. The greatest disintegration is internal disintegration. And that is what will happen if America comes in. Number three, it will undermine our sovereignty. It will affect our destiny and stand in the League of Nations. Nigeria already had a lot of problems. We have crises, we are envied, and we are hated all over the world. We are respected, and yet we are feared. This will compound our problem. Nigeria has a destiny to fulfill, and Nigerians must rise to fulfill that destiny. Number four, if we allow it, Nigeria can never be the same again. We may not be able to predict the ripple effect of that kind of attack. We may not be. We may not be. Economical effect, political effect, and the worst of all, the religious effect. The moment it starts, we may not be able to stop it. That's the truth. Some of you can shout because you are not in the troubled area. If you live in the war-torn area, you won't shout. Those who saw civil war will not shout. Let there be war. Our people have a saying in my part of Africa. They say the one that see when Shango, the god of iron, thunders, what will happen? Number five, you cannot be totally sure of the real intention of U.S.A. That's the truth. U.S. over the years have shown is a nation that capitalizes on situations. They capitalize. So we are not totally sure. So Christians, be careful. In the name of somebody is talking for Christians. Tell your neighbor. Let's take caution. You cannot be totally sure because you know why? You don't know anybody's heart. And every nation has their own intention. Are you 100% sure that this is actually for the good of our nation? Number 6, U.S. have its own self-interest. And you take care. It may not be our interest. If U.S. strike, you can be sure that as much as U.S. love Nigeria, they love U.S. first. Don't forget the present slogan of the present administration, America. I can't hear you. America. So even when U.S. strike, what is it? America first. So even when they strike in Nigeria, what is behind it? America first, not Nigeria first. And we may not know where that will lead us. That's why we have to handle this thing by ourselves. May we all start to shout anywhere you can shout. And those who know politicians, we didn't put you guys there to be collecting our money. A senator today collect millions and millions as salary every month. A house of rep collect millions and millions as salary every month. What are those guys doing there? What is their job? Number 7, if you allow it, the Nigerian Muslim will take it as an attack against them. Because there's a way Muslims reason. Even the Muslims that know this is wrong, the moment we come from that angle, it becomes a religious battle. And one of the worst battles that any nation can face is religious battle. Number 8, not only the Nigerian Muslims, the Muslim world will take it upon themselves. The Muslim world hates America in the first place. They hate America. The average Muslim nation and the Arab world, they hate America. In fact, they call America the great devil. But God bless America. Somebody say, God bless America. But they have their points for behaving that way. If we cannot handle this by ourselves and expect America to handle it for us, we will camp ourselves in a very dangerous position we cannot find. We cannot come out. We have to handle it by ourselves. Number 9, I've also discovered that these terrorists have an insatiable retaliatory concept. Look at what is happening in terrorist organizations and camps all over the world. There's this spirit about them. You kill us, we will go back, we will come back again. While I am not asking us to negotiate with terrorists, I'm not asking us to beg terrorists. I don't subscribe to a whole nation bowing down to a group of people who does not have our interest and without a nation inside a nation. But that's how the Nigerian government have handled it. There are people inside Nigeria who are greater than Nigeria. No government should allow that. The great nations of the world today, they won't allow it. You can't be greater than them. If you want to show that they will deal with you, who are you? We must not allow that. But there is a need for international diplomacy in the way this matter is handled. And the last but not the least, if U.S. bomb and go, if they bomb just a few places, and that's the end of it, beautiful. But let me tell you about these terrorists. That's what happened between Israel and Palestine. They will use civilians as shield. Now that America is saying that, they will have left that forest where they stay. I want to know, they will have moved to the city. You know what happened in Palestine? The Palestinian jihadists and the terrorists, they were using hospitals to store weapons. They were using schools as training camp. And so, Israel discovered you people are attacking us and you are using civilians as shield. Because under international law of war, leave children, leave women, let the men fight. But these jihadists don't play to rule. And that's why it looks as if Israel was very raw and Israel was terrible against Palestine. If you follow the news, it is sad. Israel leveled Gaza. I am not in support of the slaughter and the wickedness and the pain but Israel was pushed to the wall. Israel said, we will fight this once and for all. And they closed their eyes. If children are there and daddies are there, they bomb it. If women are there and there is a camp under, they bomb it. The world was shouting, but those people knew what they were doing. Can we afford that in Nigeria? We are so many. Where are we going to go? Where are we going to go? With all our millions, this city alone, which nation can take all of us? If we allow the bombing, America will come and go. But is the Nigerian government ready to keep the one ground? Are we ready to keep terrorists away? I told you, particularly here when the government took a step, after that they retreated again. Are we ready to do something consistently, stably until this battle is over? The Lord bless you in the name of Jesus Christ. Hallelujah.